Judy on the radio, building dreams and achieving more, telling it just like it is. Most of all, keeping it real. Are you ready for real talk? Changing lives and communities. Real talk. Saving all our families. Real talk. Bringing hope for you and me. Real talk. Real talk with Judy. Real talk with Judy on the radio. Real talk with Judy. Real talk with Judy on the radio.
Well, good morning and welcome to the Real Talk with Judy live radio show. I am Dr. Judy, your Real Talk host, and I want to thank you for being with me today, Tuesday, June 29, 2021, right here on Hallelujah 95.3 FM, the Stella nominated small radio show. And I tell you, Dot D and the fam are going to the Stellas. Y'all better get ready, man. We are excited about that. Absolutely fantastic. And we're here on Facebook Live, Instagram, and YouTube at Real Talk with Judy Live Radio Show. I want you to take a few seconds if you're on Facebook or Instagram or YouTube, and I want you to go ahead, give me some hearts, and tag and share the show right now. Go ahead and tag and share it. And I tell you, this show is going to be absolutely fantastic, empowering, and all of that. So I want you to go ahead, tag, and share. If you're on the radio and you're not driving, but if you are at your desk or wherever you are in a safe place, go ahead and contact your family and friends. Call, text, email, and let them know that the Dream Builder Show, talking about real issues with real people, real conversation, and useful information, the show which empowers, inspires, ignite, lift, and build faith. And just keeping it real with the Real Talk with Judy live radio show is on the air for 1 full hour. And they do not want to miss this show, I promise you. So hurry and get them on as we begin this show. If you have not subscribed to my YouTube channel, I invite you to subscribe today at Real Talk with Judy live radio show. If you have not yet liked my Facebook page, please take a moment, please take a few minutes and be so kind and do it now at Real Talk with Judy. Go ahead and like that page. I want to say hello to my mother, Dr. Irma Hunter Wesley in Fort Lauderdale. She is the reason I am who I am. And then to my awesome and amazing husband, Superintendent Gerald Mandrell. Want to say the senior pastor of Life Changes. He is the reason I get to do what I do. And to my amazing team led by Missionary John Lewis, Priscilla John Lewis, who helps me deliver an award-winning show to a great audience every Tuesday. And of course, to you, the greatest audience anywhere, the Real Talk with Judy live radio show audience. Thank you for tuning in to the Real Talk with Judy show every Tuesday. I want to thank you so very much for returning. To Angus and Cindy, I call my Scotland UK PR directors. Thank you. And I'm going to have to name Cheese as that Brenda Cheeseburg Jones. She's going to be the PR person over in Carolina. Thank you so very much for joining. I see my sisters on here, Cindy from Scotland, Tanya from Fort Lauderdale, see Danette, Latasha, and of course, Carolyn husband is on here. If he'll make not another show, he gonna make today. He usually busy at 11:30, but today he's not busy. Isn't that something? He usually busy at 11:30. I see you, Doug Waddell. I see you. Ain't nothing wrong with it. Want to say hello to Lexi. Hello so very much for you being on here, and to everybody. I want to thank you all so very much. To everybody for being on here today. I'm thankful to all of the sponsors, the business investing sponsors of the Real Talk with Judy live radio show. Thank you all so very much. And you will see their names are being scrolled at the bottom of the screen. I want to thank you again for your continued support. Man, we're doing some awesome things. We got some good things coming up. And I want to thank the partners for investing in here. And if you have not become a financial partner of the Real Talk with Judy live radio show, I would like for you to consider doing that. Your investment would be well spent. It would be well spent. And you'll get your name scrolled to the bottom. Oh, hello, little Doug. That's her son from Carolina, who's also busy, who can't get on at 11:30. But they're getting on today, boy, I tell you. That's why I have people on, so people who can't normally get on can get on. So thank you all so very much, Doug. It is good to have you on, son. And I'm going to open up the lines later on, and people can call in and say something to Carolyn. It's going to be absolutely fantastic. We're going to get ready to get the show started. Again, I am so excited. I am like overwhelmingly excited to have as my guest one of my favorite persons in the world, one of my favorite persons in the whole wide world, my boo, my best friend, my baby sister, my daughter, my business partner, church administrator. She's a great wife, absolutely great wife, absolutely awesome mother. A great she's not a great grandmother. No, Safari is not old enough. He's only 5. She's an awesome grandmother. That's what I was gonna say. She is the director of the Dream Builders Greatness Child Development Center. She is my business partner. She's the chief operating officer of Dream Builders, and she is a summer 21 graduate of Florida Agricultural and Mechanical University, graduating with a 3.94 grade point average. Y'all see why that's important later on. I want to introduce to some and present to others the one and only greatness personified, Carolyn Waddell.
Thank you, Dr. Judy. I'm excited about being on the show. Thank you for having me. It's an honor.
Oh, boo, I'm telling you, I am so excited to have you on this show. I know that people are going to be empowered today. They are going to dreams that has been deferred. Victoria, your brother Wendell is on here too from Atlanta. Man, I got him here all over today. I want to thank you, Wendell, for being on. But Carolyn, it is absolutely an honor to have you. The whole family is excited. And one thing I know is that before Dad died, and I think forever, ever since you graduated high school, he wanted you to complete your college degree. That was something he really wanted you to do. And so, Darius Roundtree is on. Hey, son, I'm going to bring you on more often. Man, they did at 11:30 on Tuesday. But, they told me that 12 o'clock was the best time on Tuesday, but they hit 11:30. Man, isn't that awesome? But Dad wanted you to do this. Mm-hmm. And Carolyn, you have done it, and you have done it with honors. Y'all, she might cry, okay? She might cry. And if she does, she has a right to. But today, Carolyn, we're discussing, I did it. Before I do that, I have to go back. My audience love to hear a little background about my guests before we get into the show. They want to know a little bit about you. So just give them a little bit, because we're going to get into the show and we're going to make it happen. And you got people here who have pushed you. And so people are happy all over the world. Give us some people know you, some people do not. Give a little bit of background about yourself.
I am Carolyn Cohen-Waddell. I graduated high school on FAMU High in 1989. I will be 50 years old August 17th of this year. I am married to the wonderful Douglas Waddell Sr. I have 3 wonderful children, the Junior, Sierra, and William, and my heart, my grandson, Safari, who I love dearly. I am, as you stated, I am the Chief Operating Officer of Dream Builders Enterprise, and I am the Director / co-owner with Pastor Judy of the Dream Builders Greatness Child Development Center. And I just excited to be here. I love to laugh. I love family. I love shopping. I loved spending time vacationing and things like that, just to sum it up.
Yeah, and she missed all of the dressing and all of that, but she loves all of that. And Carolyn, and to everyone who's coming on, thank you. Auntie Pearl, Elder Gadders ain't bearing nobody today. Isn't that wonderful? We got Pastor T on here, Kendra, everybody. We want to thank you all so very much for being on. Carolyn, it says a lot about you to have people to take time out of their schedule to come and hear what you have to say. So many people shared the flyer on Facebook, so it said a lot about you. Do you remember how you got the name Greatness?
Yes. Commissioner Bill Proctor gave me that name back in the 90s. Early 90s, when you were doing the Youth Crusade. And we were in J. Gates Ford Center, and we were getting the choir together and everything. And he just said, "That's greatness." And that's how I got my name, Greatness.
Yeah. He just looked, Commissioner Proctor looked at Carolyn and he said, "That's greatness." And from that time forth, we started calling you Greatness. And because of that, everything that has been done has been named Dream Builders Greatness. So the Greatness name comes forth because as Bill Proctor, Commissioner Proctor looked at you, he said he saw nothing but greatness. So Carolyn, I want to ask you this question. Today, y'all, the discussion is, I did it, ... It was hard, but worth it. And you can do it too. You can do it too. So when you hear, even now when I say that, I did it, you know, when I did it, what feelings or thoughts are you having at this moment?
It's an overwhelming feeling. Oh God, because the struggle so long to complete this goal of completing my college degree from a 4-year university. And just, I did it. I didn't see it all the time. Didn't know I could accomplish it. God knows, graduating with a 3.94.
My Lord.
But
wow.
The excitement, and fear tried to come in at this last semester because I was so close, and it seemed like that repeated cycle tried to creep up on me to kind of like give up a slack or a miss an assignment or whatever. But I had to put my big girl and say, I had to talk to myself and say, no, you're too close. All the faith scriptures, all the faith lessons we've been getting this whole year, all of that came into play. And it was just surreal. I mean, even now I'm just like, and I screamed in the bed when I got my grades. Got my grades, and I was just overjoyed because I was like, babe, duh, I did it, because for so long I struggled with trying to complete school.
Yeah, y'all can see. Y'all can see now that she is crying already, and so y'all just pray us through here, okay? But Carolyn, I mean, and I remember Doug told us that you screamed, and one of the things Terrence said, he's next. He said, "Hey, baby sis," that's her baby brother. But Carolyn, you did do it, and you mentioned something about stopping. Y'all, she graduated high school in 1989, and I have watched you start and stop. But the people who are watching here, and some not on here yet, they're coming. They have pushed you. They have encouraged you. They have. What was it that kept you from believing in you?
One was fear that I was inadequate, that I didn't have. Well, I felt like I didn't have what it took, and another, I didn't want the responsibility. Basically, lazy. Didn't want to put forth the effort to apply myself, to study, and things. Sometimes we go through life looking for the easy way out. And so when classes became challenging to me, I didn't want to put forth the effort. And I think a lot of times too, because what people saw in me, that pride kicked in not to ask for help, for, go to a tutor and things like that, because people see you having it all together and they see you as being smart, brilliant, and things like that. And so just also just growing up, I was excited about it because of my mom's kids. I was going to be the first one. I was the oldest in my biological family. I have two families. I have a diverse family, and I love them all. But was going to be the first one, and so I was excited about going to FAMU, and that excitement. Hey, I'm going to be on my own. But I'm going to experience the set. I'm going to experience everything because I grew up in church, and we were going to church. Oh yeah, every Tuesday, every Sunday night, whatever going on is, we were going to bed. So I had my freedom, and so I enjoyed my freedom, not going to class and a lot of times and things like that. And so that would basically fear, feeling inadequate, and just being lazy.
And you made some great points on here. We had Tiffany on here, your cousin Tiffany, and she taught me about my good side. So, cuz, I want to thank you for that, because I wear that good side, girl. Okay, and Lil Doug said we up for the graduation, Mom. Tanya, whatever it takes. You made a comment just now, and I really, you got three things, but I really want to talk about this. You said pride of what people saw. Mm-hmm. So you let's elaborate on that a little bit.
Because I was growing up, I was the kid at church, at Watson Temple, where I grew up, and just I was always involved, always showing that leadership role, being over the youth choir, participating, and then even with Life Changers, transitioning over to Life Changers. Pastor put me in a lot of leadership positions, being over the choir, being over the youth department, working in the administration as far as assistant church administrative, assistant finance officer, leading your team, JRM Ministries, just a whole bunch of things, being on the board of directors. So people because they commented to me, they, like how I led, how I look, how I dress, how I carried myself, this, and when I talk. And so I just saw that people saw so much in me, and so I can't let them see my weakness or my downside, because they think I'm this, and then wearing the name greatness. And so that pride kicked in to hide. I would perform very well, but I had a whole lot of insecurities as well. I liked staying in the background. I didn't like being out in the front. I felt I was comfortable at pushing other people, assisting other people, but not realizing, well, I did realize it, but I was just afraid. I didn't, one comes back to that accountability and that responsibility I didn't want to do, because I did it for so long. So I just wanted to be free and do nothing.
and hide behind what people saw. Because I know you were fearful of that. Dwayne just got on. And I know there's a lot of other people here that I cannot see. But I want to thank you all for tuning in on the radio, tuning in on YouTube and Facebook. Thank you all so very much. And if you do me a favor, go ahead and tag and share now. Go ahead and tag and share now, because Carolyn is giving out some great things. And one of the things that does is you hide behind it, because people saw so much, but then it becomes fearful when you don't see it.
Yes.
When you don't see it.
Yes.
Let's talk about that. So we saw all of this in you, and I know we had challenging questions. So what? Talk about that fear. And Doug got questions and stuff on here for you.
Fear gripped me so hard. I don't know why, but it just did. Because sometimes you never see yourself in a certain place or a certain position. And I was one never like to talk about my accomplishments or what I was. I just did the work. And I felt that could speak for me. But just stepping out, I just felt inadequate. I compared myself, looked at others. Wow, they can speak very well, they can do that and things like that. And I could push others. I can give them encouraging words. I can push you to accomplish your dreams. But when it came to me, I would question myself at night. Why those same words that I speak to others? Why don't you grab hold to it yourself?
Yes.
And do those things?
Yes.
And I keep going back to being the responsibility. Sometimes we don't want the responsibility because we know what things come with. And so when you're comfortable in your comfort zone, you don't want to be pushed to a different level where you're uncomfortable, that it's going to challenge you. So I like things, if it's working, I like it. I didn't deal with change very well. I didn't deal with change very well. But I came to myself.
I like that.
Realizing that, hey, I'm around some powerful people. I got Pastor Judy, I got Jeanette, I got Tawana, I got my husband, I got Tanya, Wesley Powell. I got Cindy. I got everybody just in my corner pushing me, telling me that I can do it, that I have so much in me. But I had to see it for myself because everybody could see Carolyn was this. Carolyn was a great leader. Carolyn this, Carolyn this, Carolyn. But I did not see it for myself.
Yes.
And I knew I had it, and I would sit and just dream and daydream about me doing great things, but still I was afraid to step out to the unknown, to the unfamiliar. As long as I could see it, but I wasn't operating in faith.
Well, y'all got to get this, because a lot of times when people can see things in you, we got Mama Nita on here, Dad and Mama here. Good afternoon, Mama Nita. And one that got Commissioner Diane William Cox. You got so many people on here. Dwayne, DJ's on here. And one of the things that you just said, Carolyn, you have to see that for yourself. And I want to give that to everybody. Before, it doesn't matter what others see in you until you see it, until you believe it. And then she said she was afraid to step out to the unknown. Let me tell you about your unknown. Your unknown is waiting for you. There's your brother, Moria. And y'all, the unknown is waiting for you. The only thing you can do is become your best you. It's in you. And so when you have cheerleaders like you have, God has placed you. You are fortunate beyond measures. Wendell said you have always been an inspiration. He said you have always, and that means a lot coming from here. He said you're an inspiration and always have been. And so you have people who are on here because they need to hear that they can do it. And I love the fact that you're dealing in truth. So you stay up there. And I know you won't be a pastor one night, sitting in the middle of the bed, screaming to the top of your lungs. For those of you who know church, speaking in tongues, I'm like, hey, pastor jumped up and put his clothes on and ran in there. Because she always fought her significance. She always fought what you had. You start school, you stop school, right. You start school. It got hard, you stop. You waste a lot of money, But here you are today. Here you are today, getting ready to graduate from the Florida A&M University. And not only that, you're graduating with great honors. And so Carolyn, Doug has a question. Got a bunch of questions for you, which I think are very important, because you mentioned that you'll be 50. August 17th, Lord delay, and we having one more party. Y'all hear me? We're celebrating her being 50. We're celebrating her graduating. One of the questions, and many people think when you get to a certain age, it's no longer worth it to get that degree. It's no longer worth it, and the degree or to go after the dream at a certain age. I see Kendra say she has 8 more hours. 8 more hours.
That's awesome.
8 more hours, and she's gonna graduate. What advice and or guidance can you give to these individuals, the one who think that they're too old?
You're not too old. And one of my inspirations was Mama. Mama, which I knew that Mom put you all through school. She stopped going, and then she made sure the kids went through school and graduated, and then she went back to college. It wasn't until recently when she told me that she was almost my age. But Mom always inspired me. She said, Mama did it. She said, I put your brothers and sisters, your sisters and your brother through school. And then Mama went back and she said, you can do it. She said, just keep going. If you have to take one class at a time, just keep going. And then when I talked to Mom yesterday and she said, Carolyn, you inspired me. She said, because Mama did it. Mom was almost 50, but I took one class. She said, you took a whole bunch of classes. And that just did something to me. And so that was my inspiration because I looked at others, not even my age, but just not that I was better than other people, but I saw people graduating from college. And I remember Tawanda called me and she said, see, such and such, such and such, such and such, this person graduated and you can do it. You are smart and you're not going to let fear. I mean, she lectured me. Then Tanya,
I can imagine.
Tanya was like, look, you around here pushing everybody else and everybody else around here getting their degrees. You smarter than just as smart as those people. You going back to school and you're going to finish and you're not going to stop. And then, of course, Dr. Judy Mandrell, the lectures and the push and the encouragement and Doug just being there. And he made my dad a promise, Daddy Wesley, a promise that he would make sure that I finished school. And so he pushed me, and then even putting my own kids through school, telling them I had to, I was pushing them, but then, okay, when it was my time, those same words, because I didn't want to tell them, oh, you can do it. And then they see their mom not accomplishing anything. And well, Mom, you said that, you told us to go to school, because little Doug would definitely bring your words back to you. But putting them through school, encouraging them to finish high school and then matriculate on to college and things like that. And so all of that came into play. And then my name, Greatness. What would I tell people if I'm saying I'm greatness, but I can't stick to nothing and I can't complete anything? I could start, but never complete anything. That didn't speak of greatness to me. And so I had to wear my name and wear my name. I had to do that. And then so many encouraging words and so many things that I told others, I had to apply that, and I had to talk to my own self. And some days I had to encourage myself. And my husband, every step of the way, pushing me, babe, you can do it. You're smart. You're brilliant. And I had to just make those confessions to myself and do it. And then when I decided, because I went to FAMU for 2 years, I stopped. I just said school wasn't for me. So I started working in the state government and things like that. Then I decided I wanted, because that was a real desire of mine to complete my college degree. Wow. And so when I then I decided to go back in the 90s. I went to TCC, started there. Things happened. Challenging things happen, setbacks happen, had to work, had to do this, and then stopped going for a while, or I take a class here and there. Got married, raising a family. Then I think it was back in the end of 2017, when I think after Tawanda talked to me, you, Tanya, I decided that because I saw so many people graduating, making it happen, and that was just a hunger, a desire that I had, that I wanted to do it. And I said, Carolyn, you have to do it. You got to stop skipping, trying to hold off these math classes, humanities classes, science classes that I was afraid to take, and all of that. And so when I went back to TCC, Doug connected me with Dr. Sherry Rowland. She was the vice president of student affairs. She pulled my transcript. And at that time, I think I had a 1.47. And so she said that she was going to connect me with the lead advisor at TCC. So, and she said, now you're going to finish it. She's, I think she had connected with you in leadership, Tallahassee, or knew of you, and then, so she connected me with the head advisor at TCC. And so when I walked in that office, that man treated me like I was a dummy based on my transcript. The withdrawals, the F's, the D's, the repeat courses, the things that I was familiar with and enjoyed, I got A's in. But the math, the humanities, the science, because I felt like biology and all of that, that's not me. And so he gave me my plan, and he talked to me like, well, if you don't finish this time, but you're out of TCC. There's no coming back. Wow. He talked to me as though I was ignorant, unlearned, wasn't serious, and things like that. And so I had to tell him, look, I ain't dumb now. I just didn't apply myself. And so that was a challenge to me.
Yes.
A challenge, because he judged me based on what the transcript showed. And so I went to that semester, and then I couldn't get financial aid because, one, I wasn't at a 2.0, and so I had to work in order to get financial aid. I had to boost my GPA up, so I needed money to go to school, so I had to pay for school. I told my mom and Daddy Clark that I was going back, and so she invested in me. She paid for my 2 classes. They wrote me a check, and so I had to prove to them because I couldn't waste her money. And so I got, I think I got a 3.5 that semester. So when it came time to get financial aid, still with the over 2.0, I couldn't get financial aid because they had a new rule. If you've attempted 150% of college credits, you cannot get financial aid. It doesn't matter your circumstances.
No.
So I was like, well, I don't work to get this 2.0 and higher, and now I can't get no money to go to school. So I kept emailing, meeting, and they said that's the rule. And that was because I was still in junior college. Because of the classes, the repeated courses, the withdrawals that I've taken in the past, that kept accumulating, where that gave me a high percentage of attempted hours. And so at a certain percent, for the junior 2 year, you're supposed to have graduated. Okay. Because of all the classes that I was supposed to have graduated. And so therefore I had to come out of pocket. But I said, okay, I didn't let that stop me, because that was my fault.
I love it.
And so that's sometimes, and I was just sharing with somebody when I was encouraging them to go back to school, and they came up with the same thing. And I said, well, sometimes when we mess up, and those are the consequences.
Yes.
I said, but you'll appreciate it if you have to pay it for yourself, because you don't want to waste your own money, especially in this day and time in the 21st century. Exactly. And so I did that, and then and so there were some other avenues, and something came up when I applied again. I kept applying. I said, somebody gonna give me some money. And so an incident happened with the financial aid office that my information got leaked out. So I used that to my advantage. I met with Dr. Spires, who was the financial aid director. We discussed the situation, and he paid for the rest of my classes at TCC and my books.
Look at God.
And so I kept making, it was hard because with working full time, working in the church full time, then Dr. Judy personal assistant full time with her schedule and taking care of family, it was a challenge. But I had my mind set.
I love it.
That I wanted to complete. I wasn't stopping anymore, and that I was unstoppable.
Yes.
That I had more in me, and I had other people looking at my life. And so I had to wear my name greatness. And so I was determined. And so I got with Daryl Wines, and he helped me with math to get past that. He was like, Mama C, you can do it. And so we met, got through that. Got with my husband Doug, because he was over advisor one time at FSU. He knew all that, what I could take, what classes I could take, and I did it. And so when December 2019 came, and I finished, and I made the president's list, I made the dean's list those 2 years.
Yes.
To get through TCC. And so I figured if I could just graduate from TCC, there's no stopping me then. And so graduated, went to Dr. Rowland's office. She was so happy for me, and she hated that then, COVID and everything. Well, they only had a graduation once a year, but I was going to go back to that graduation, but she found me a gown, a chaplain gown. We took pictures and everything. She was so happy. So I applied for FAMU, I applied to FIU, and I applied to Florida State. I got accepted to FIU. I was going to do their online program for early childhood education. So I had that in the books. And so then it was FAMU. I got my acceptance letter to FAMU, but I wanted to go to FSU. Well, I didn't desire to go to FSU. Yes. My husband in Tawanda. Because they felt that I had a better opportunity at Florida State. And so I applied at things, and I thought it was easy because once you transfer, you get your AA degree, you transfer it. That's an automatic transfer.
We're doing a letter. Go ahead.
But they wrote me a letter from Florida State, said that they were denying my admittance because of my high degree. That's when the hours came back. If you had for a transfer student, if you had 90 or over hours, then you had to write a letter explaining why you had so many hours as a transfer student. So that's what they told me I had to do. I had to write a letter stating why I had so many hours, why I chose the major, why I wanted to come to Florida State. Now, I had the grade point average, everything. And so I wrote my letter, explained what happened, showed my transcript where the past 2 years I got nothing but dean's list and president's list. And so the lady wrote me back.
Yes, she did.
And she said, unfortunately, with all that you submitted, we still cannot, because basically they were afraid that I would not graduate on time because of what they saw on my transcript, all the withdrawals, all the repeat courses. And they say, although I greatly improved over the last 2 years, the committee is still standing by their decision not to, because they had this retention thing that they're trying to keep. And so they did a survey for transfer students, that a lot of transfer students that came in with 90% or more hours, they didn't graduate on time.
And mind you now, she had a letter from the vice president
of
Tallahassee Community College, who highly recommended. I just got this letter after she got accepted into FAMU and was doing well. Then she gonna show me the letter, right? So she didn't show it to me before then, but it's okay. But Dr. Sherry Rowland was not happy at that. But guess what? As Twanda just said, you still win. Because I'm gonna copy that and send it back to him before Thrasher walk out that door. But with Carolyn, then you got to FAMU. Go ahead. So and I know I'm letting her talk because I want her to empower someone. I want her to do it. And Miss Diane said God intended you to be a rapper.
Yes.
Like the rest of us.
That was my heart because I said, well, I'm gonna continue the tradition of my family. Except for Cindy and Robin.
Yeah.
But Wendell, you, Tanya, then my nieces and nephews, DJ, Bria, Kiera, all of them. So I had Chico, my brother Chico, family legacy. And it was really in my heart. Yeah. It was really in my heart to go to FAMU. I was a baby rattler and all of that. And, my good friends, Tonio, Danette, rattlers, and all of that. So I went to FAMU. It was a smooth transition, GPA reset. Because when I left FAMU, I had a 1.87.
1.87. Well, you went up because you was at a 1.47.
Yeah.
But you did go up to a 1.87, so that was good.
So got to FAM. And my brother Antonio, he worked it. He got my everything transferred over smoothly. Met with Lisa Stewart, who is the director of financial aid. Got my financial aid because once that rule didn't apply to me anymore because I was at a 4-year university.
Okay.
So I was eligible to get aid with that. So we did all the paperwork. And so when I met with my advisor, well, I wanted to go in early childhood education because that's what I was familiar with. I was already working with that. Found out FAMU didn't have the curriculum anymore. And so when I spoke with the person in the Department of Education and I told her what was my goal, and so she was like, well, you can do elementary education. I said, ma'am, I'm almost 50 years old. I'm not going to anybody's classroom to teach them. So I basically told her this was a personal goal of mine. My business owner, I'm already running a daycare. So she directed me to interdisciplinary studies. And she said that would be a better fit for me. So did that, met with that. And so with all my training and everything, because I knew that I could do it because I had to get certifications to be a director at the daycare. So I did all of that. So I knew that I could do it. And so with that, I went into FAMU with 70 credit hours. And so when I met with my advisor, she said, if you stay on the path that you're doing, make an honor roll and take your hours, you'll be done before 2 years because basically when you transfer, you're considered as a junior. And so you have 2 years. I did it. I started FAMU.
Listen.
Spring of 2020. And I graduate July 30th, 2021.
That's it, y'all. That's it right
there. And so FSU told me that because of my transcript, they didn't believe that I would graduate on time. I'm graduating before time.
Y'all. Because, Carolyn, you made up your mind. And you done said several times, you got to wear that name great. And your name is better than great riches. Your name can take you places. Tanya said yes, but everybody is blowing this thing up because you did it. Yes. You did it. You did it. Tanya said your word is your bond. And y'all, we all got to remember that when we make a promise to ourselves, we got to that word, we got to stick to it. Yeah. And it doesn't matter. You have to have people around you who won't let you quit. And they got to be hard on you. You need some hard ones and you need some soft ones.
Yes.
Oh,
I thank God for my village, for you and Pastor, for Mama Nita, Daddy Clark, Mama Wesley, Tanya, Danette, Doug, my husband, Tawanda, even Miss Di gave me a chance when nobody else would in the work because I messed up. I made some mistakes. But God will send you people in your life to push you. And my thing, and I tell people all the time, when you trust God and when you live for God, there is no good thing He would withhold from you. But you got to put the work in. I had to study, and some things I had to give up.
Yeah.
I couldn't be all things to all people.
Yeah.
I had to give up some things because this is what I wanted. And so sometimes I couldn't go to dinner with you all. I said, I got to study. I got to test. I got a paper to write and things like that. And so, but I didn't stop church.
Yeah, you never stopped that.
No, because I knew where my help came from. And that was my support system, my village. They pushed me. They challenged me. They said, you can do it. You can do it. You can make, you're going to do it. They did not let me slip. Even when I wanted, especially I was like, babe, I'm just going to take an L on this side. Oh, no, you're not. You're not going to do it. No, you come too far. No. And what are you saying to William? And things like that. And so every step of the way, I called Tanya. I wanted her to be my accountability partner because I knew Tanya would not let me give up. And she would call, she would check on me. Okay, what you got this week? What you doing? Okay, this. And then after a while, after I started making all these 4.0, she said, girl, don't come here with that mess. You got this. But things like that, people pushing you, praying for you, holding you accountable. You need people. You don't need yes people. You don't need people that's going to allow you to stay in your mess. You're not going to, because they intimidated by your greatness.
Ooh, and talking good up in here.
I was so thankful for the push. Tawanda gave me a challenge because there were some other things that I want to do, but I had to get a degree to get those things done. And so she challenged me, see, you can do it. You can do it. You can do it. I mean, she gave me stories. You can do it. You, Pastor Judy, your lectures, your talks, and I couldn't be around someone as great as you, following you, and not take the lessons and the things that you do and apply it to myself. So I thought about all of that, all of the people that I was letting down, people that were coming behind me, my little brother Terrence, because I think we had the same complex in some things, not being confident in certain things. But I tell him, you can do it, but you gotta focus. And I didn't like going in person because of my schedule. God blessed me where I took all online classes from TCC when I started back the last time, all the way up to FAMU. I had online classes, and that was a blessing.
Man, listen, Carolyn. Listen, y'all. I'm gonna do this. I got 10 minutes, and I'm gonna do this. You got so many people on here. Miss Paula Bowles, who sent for doctors out of her family. She said some things you have to give up. That's a word. That's what you said. We all make mistakes. Someone put on here, Tracy Davis said, girl, you've been great since you went to Riley Elementary School and Bellevue Middle. You always been a great leader. Saying yes, in our family, our name is everything, and it is. And our word is our name. Cindy had asked a question much earlier, Carolyn. And one of the things I want to do just for the next few minutes, y'all gonna have to do this real fast, all right? 850-21. No, that's my phone number. That's my home number. 850-671-1450. That's 850-671-1450. I'm gonna let y'all call in and say something to Carol. That's 850-671-1450. And she's going to go back through this and she's going to answer all the questions. She's going to make comments. She's going to go back. But I do want y'all, if you would please, go ahead and tag and share. But that's 850-671-1450. You got to hurry up and call in right now. 850-671-1450. Okay? 850-671. Put your headset on, okay? All right. Caller, you're on the air. Thank you so very much for calling. Hola, Anna.
Hola.
Girl, I love y'all. I love y'all, but let me tell you what she just did for me. Remind me of what I can do, and I'm going to get ready to go back to school.
Ooh, yes, you can do it. You can do
You
it.
did that. I'm so proud of you.
Thank you.
All that sacrifice is worth it. It's going to be worth it.
And you can do it, Miss Anna. There's nothing stopping you. You are unstoppable.
I love it. Thank you, Anna. Thank you so very much for calling. Caller, you're on the air.
Hey, Bessie, I'm so proud of you. Finally, I love it. I love everything. This was an amazing show. I'm sitting here driving, about to run all over into the next lane, trying to find stuff. But I tell you, to put them on the side of the road, Pastor Judy, it was an awesome show.
Thank you.
Because I'm certain she has inspired so many people. Amen. That it's not time to give up. We are just, sometimes we gotta level up and face those fears.
Yes.
Not that math class out of the way, not that science class and say I'm moving forward. That's nothing. You're unstoppable, and I can't wait to celebrate you. Not only on your birthday, but on your graduation too.
Yes.
I love you so much, dear.
I love you. Thank you. Thank you. I love you, T.
Thank you so very much, Pastor. Thank you so very much for calling. Calling you on the air.
Hello.
Hey, Cindy.
Hey, Cindy.
Hey, gorgeous. How are you?
I'm doing well.
All the way from
I'm
Scotland.
so proud of you. Lovely lady.
Thank you. Thank you.
When we were having an issue with Dad and we got back real, I was seeing how you handle certain situations. We've been training and teaching you all the time, and
That's
here you are.
Yes. Yes.
Cindy, do you remember when you and Carolyn
So
said,
I'll give everybody else a chance to say something, but love you and college, even from way over here. We all are.
Cindy, do you remember when you and Carolyn was going to be flight
Air
controllers? All right, thank you so very much for calling, Cindy, all the way from Scotland. Thank y'all so very much. Caller, you're on the air.
Good morning.
Hey,
I'm so proud of you, Carolyn Waddell. My Lord, you have just blessed so many people today.
yeah.
But I tell you what, Pastor Jay, the beautiful thing about all of this is that just to be literally a part of this story
Yes.
and watch how anytime anything came at Carolyn, she just fought it off. She just prayed about it and she went through it and she conquered it.
Yes.
And I just wanted to let her know. I just got off the phone with Dr. Hudson, and he wanted me to let you know that you will also be getting your scholarship awarded through July. So, look at God.
Wow. Woo. Thank
Wow.
you, Jesus.
Wow, that Dr. Hudson. And Doug, I want to say this. God put you in her life as her husband over 10 years ago. What y'all going on? 12 years?
11.
It'll be 11 years,
Married.
July
13.
11 years, July 3rd, that y'all have been husband and wife. And Doug, I
Yeah.
want to say that
Yeah.
you,
And it's going to be a fun time. I love
Doug, can you hear me? And as I was saying, that you have been a great inspiration to Carolyn. And I know that God placed you there to help further push her to this point. And as a family, we all say thank you to you.
Wow. My God, it's been an honor, Pastor Jay.
All right. Well, I see y'all at Village Inn at 1:30.
Okay.
I see
He used to call me over the top.
All right, I see you at Family Village Inn at 1:30. I think I got another call holding on the line. So Doug, we thank you, man. We thank you. Wait a minute. What would you say? Oh, I got to call Doug. I'm sorry.
All right, love y'all.
All right, love you.
babe.
Love you, my love.
Calling you on the air.
First baby.
Oh, Oh, now you know she puts you forever.
Yes.
Oh, but I think we were disconnected. But she
How could I forget Zette Colbert, Mother Dorothy Zette Colbert? She has been in my ear since I first started at TCC, and she sent me my one paper I did, and I don't know where she got that paper from.
calling you on the air.
All right, so
Go ahead.
you to know that I am so proud of you.
Wow.
Warriors Ministry, elementary school,
Yes.
we thank God for you and for all that you do, and my children, absolutely, and my sisters,
Yes.
absolutely love you.
Yes, I love y'all.
but yes, I'm so proud of you.
Thank
God
you.
for you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yes.
Wow. I mean, this is awesome. Thank you, Mother Colbert. Mara, this is absolutely fantastic. I tell you, y'all are calling in. We still got a few more moments. 850-671-1450. Caller, you're on the air.
Carolyn Cohen-Waddell. Congratulations, girl. I am so super proud of you. This was an amazing show, Dr. Judy.
Thank you.
Greatness inspires greatness. I mean, you have literally impacted so many lives. Just this show that I know it's going to go through millions, but I just want to tell you, I'm so proud of you. I am so ecstatic that you're walking in your wild moment, girl. Oh my goodness, I'm just this show. I couldn't stop in tears. I am so proud of you. I mean, just what you're doing, where you are, and I want you to know I love you. I celebrate you, and I'm so excited for what's next. You did it, girl, and there's so much more you're about to do. Yay! All right, thank you. So I love y'all.
I love you. Thank you.
They're my girls right there. Caller, you're on the air.
Yes, this is Reverend Tracy Davis. Listen, I'm so proud of Carolyn. I can remember playing on the step at her house at Dodo Street Project.
Yes.
There would have a tambourine. Everybody used to be like, why Carolyn always wearing a skirt? And she been saying things and she was the other folks and she was a child. And so for me to see her do this, I am so inspired. I'm share this with my daughter. She just said to me, Mama, school is not for me. I told her, baby, you can do it. And I'm going to just share this with her.
Yes, she can
And
do
tell
it.
her, listen to this. If your cousin Carolyn can do it,
Yes.
you put your shirt on, baby. You get your tambourine. And guess what? You're going to graduate. And I even let her go to family. I'm so proud of you, cousin. I'm so proud of you, girl.
Thank you. Thank you so much,
Yeah.
Tracy.
Great.
Yes, we go way back, cuz. Yes.
Hey,
Thank you for what you do, Pastor Judy. Thank y'all.
Thank you so very much, Reverend Davis. And we must keep it going, y'all. We can't stop. Dr. Therese, I'm telling you.
Oh, yes. Dr.
gosh.
Dr. Therese. Dr. Marcella
Marcella
Therese. She challenged me. And she would always wanted me to write my vision. And I was afraid to do it. And she said, no. See, you're going to do it. I mean, Marcella started with me back in 1985. She was my coach of oratorical speeches, my mentor, and she always challenged me to write it down, what I want to be in, and there every step of the way. Priscilla, oh my God, encouraging me, sending texts, just encouraging me. It was just so many people that I had in my life pushing me and cheering me on, and I'm so forever grateful and thankful.
And so we say thank you, Carolyn Waddell, for being on this show today. I had to bring you on, sis, because we all are proud of you. We have watched you as a child. 7 years old, your mom allowed us to you to come into my life, and Mother Booker has been absolutely fantastic and just allowing us to be your family. And we want to say, Wendell said, oratorical contest, Dr. Therese, yeah. So we want to thank you. Caller, you're on the air.
Tracy,
Hey!
this is Diane. I'm so proud of you. Greater is he that is in you, greatness, than he that is in the world.
Yes,
You have shown them what you're working with.
yes.
And I'm so keep doing it, girl. Keep striking from the top. God intended you to be a like the rest of us. Nobody trying to talk you down off the highest of 7 hills. Go on and get your master's like yeah.
Yes. Yes,
Man.
thank you so much, Miss Di. For giving me a chance and believing in me. Thank you so very much. And
I truly believe in you, and you are greatness extraordinaire.
thank you.
So everybody, thank you all so very much. Tanya, to everybody, you all have absolutely been fantastic. And Carolyn, we celebrate you. I wanted to start this month off, this show off with you because you are a great inspiration to us all. And you have been there with me forever. And it's like when we lost our baby, God just bless you to be that daughter. We really are, and I want to say I love you. And you know your pastor. That's what your husband called pastor, your pastor. And so you know he's proud of you, but we all are. We all are celebrating you everywhere. People are celebrating you, are an inspiration to so many.
That's so honored.
And for you to learn that daycare, church administrator, me, that's a whole job by itself. But me, to be an awesome wife that you are to Doug, and awesome mother to your children and to your grandson, and awesome family member. You're a great sister to all of us. You're a great sister, a great daughter, a great niece. You're just great. And we celebrate you. And we just want others to see if God can do it for anybody, y'all. Tracy said, your pastor, if God can do it for anybody, he can do it for all of us.
Yes.
I wanted to bring Carolyn on because I want you all to soar. I want you to make it. I want you to know that it's in there. And yes, I push people. I've had people mad. Carolyn's been mad, and we're not going on that show. But look what she is today. And I love saying she's graduating with a 3.94. It would have been a 4.0, but it's hard to come from a 1.4.
It's hard. You gotta work real hard.
But that's a 4.0.
Yes.
Carolyn, you have done exceptionally well. God has blessed, and she never stopped praying, y'all. She will not stop serving God for anything, and that is her source. Some people don't say it don't take all that. You don't have to go to church. But Tracy, she put that skirt on and come on. Now she done got in them britches now. But she's a mighty woman of God. Carolyn, we'll get ready to end this show. And to everybody, if you will, please tag and share. I think others will really be blessed by this share. For all 50 of y'all that I can see, share this. I mean, we had over almost 1,000 people who saw the post so just go ahead and share it. We appreciate you, Carolyn. Dot D, thank you so very much, sir. Thank you to all of those who call in, those on Facebook, YouTube, the radio. Thank you all so very much. To all of you. Carolyn, you got 30 seconds. What you want to say?
I just wanted to tell those who are wanting to go back to school, it's not too late. You have to be willing to apply yourself and work hard. You can do it. There is nothing too hard that you cannot do. You can accomplish anything that you want to accomplish. You are unstoppable. Do not let anybody tell you that you can't. You have to speak to yourself. You have to encourage your own self. And you have to get with people that believe in you. And that's going to push you. And that's going to challenge you. And you must trust God. This is a faith thing. I mean, God will give you the ability. You can do it. Go back to school. Pick up that pad again, the dreams that you wrote down. Go pick that up and you do it. You live your dream. It's not going to be easy, but don't look for things to always be easy. These come to challenge you to make you better, to make you greater. If I did it, you can do it too. So go get your education, go get that job, go make that entrepreneurs, whatever your dream is, you can do it. Only you fail when you don't do it. So it's up to you.
Now that was a quote right there. You fail you. And that's all the person who can fail you. You fail you. Listen, this has been a Real Talk with Judy live radio show right here at Hallelujah 95.3 FM, the Stellar nominated award show. And we're looking for Doc D to bring that trophy back home to us July 10th. Yes, we are. And I want to say, what I'm about to say. Oh, it might be hard, but it's worth it. I'll see you in the future. And man, we all making things happen. That's Real Talk.
Real talk with Judy. Real talk with Judy on the radio. Real talk with